Guys, the cuteness is unreal. Join me for a full newborn session, including sibling and parent poses. So whenever possible, when my sweet babies arrive nice and sleepy, I prefer to start off with my table poses and especially start off with my froggy pose. I adore the froggy pose. It's one of my favorite poses of all time. And as you see here, it is done as a composite. We take the shot in 2 parts and then put it together in Photoshop. And this is a pose that not all babies love to do, especially since we have to touch their hands so much, but they're super duper comfortable. And parents love it and I love it. And then the magic happens in Photoshop, like I said. From here, we went on to bum up pose. I did also do a sibling pose that I didn't record just because it was kind of hard to block out some parts that we don't want to show on video. And then from the bum up pose, we transition over to the head on hand pose. I adore table poses. There was one time in our career where we did the majority of poses were table poses, which back then was on a beanbag, not on an actual table. But now I think a lot of photographers are kind of leaning more towards prop poses, but I adore my table poses. So here it is, our head on hands pose with this gorgeous bonnet from Lavender and Moss. It has little pearls and lace, and that's what Mama wanted. She wanted all neutral, light colors, pastel colors. The more flowers, the more pearls, the better. And then since the baby was still nice and sleepy, we transitioned over to the bed pose. Whenever the baby's nice and sleepy, I like to just continue with all the unwrap poses because if the baby starts to wake up, they'll be fine once we do the wrap poses. So I try to kind of knock out all the unwrap poses, even though we had a younger sibling in the house, which I actually was able to photograph her. She was doing so well. She was entertaining herself with her older siblings. So we just kind of continued on with all the unwrap poses. So these are my 2 favorite bed poses. We do like the typical bed pose, and then I like to flip baby around and do the laying down like on their back pose. That's a pose that it's good to do when they're nice and sleepy or nice and calm, even if they're a little bit awake. And this baby girl, oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to see her eyes. I actually saw her peek at me at the very end when I passed her over to Mama at the end of the session. So, so here we're starting off with the wrap poses because siblings were still doing amazing. I would have stopped at, halfway and like done the sibling poses, but they were just entertaining themselves. They were doing so well. So I just continued on and I'm like, you know what, let's just knock out all of the baby only poses. So we continued on with our wrap poses using a few other pastel colors like sage and this blue, gorgeous blue color. There was a few other setups that I forgot to record because I was running out of storage in my phone. So I had to like stop and delete a bunch of old videos. But here we are. Isn't this the most beautiful family? Oh my goodness. There was like a quick shot of the sibling poses, which they photographed in white. I accidentally didn't take a video. I took a picture on my phone, but this was a gorgeous, gorgeous family. And I'm so honored that they chose me to photograph them again for what may be their last baby. I don't know. I hope they come back with another one because they make such a beautiful family. Oh my gosh. And the sweetest kids. So let me know your thoughts.